Another shot is coming raw and unbounded. The whiskey's always talking and the beer's overflowing. Another shot is gonna hit you with a mind overloaded. The bar is always open with no inhibitions. Another shot will leave your sensories twitching. Just remember, everything we say is just our opinion. But then again, it might be the alcohol talking. It might be the alcohol talking. Let's go.
Welcome to another Shot Podcast, where our opinions might be real, or it could just be the liquor talking. Sit back and enjoy another shot.
I do believe we are live. Welcome all to our Monday Night Bartender, the first of the year, guys. I hope you enjoyed your New Year's, your Christmas. The year's over. The new one has begun, and I'm telling you guys, we've already hit the ground running. Make sure you're watching our Facebook, YouTube, all that stuff. We're going to keep everything posted. There's some big things coming in the near future, including April 18th, as we travel to Nashville, to the Troubadour, to go live from the Troubadour.
Very exciting.
Her New Year's resolution is to eat as many cheese fries as possible, apparently. Hey, it's been cold up here, so we're packing on the extra, I know. That was not a stab at you. All of us have. I mean, you can tell I haven't skipped a meal.
This is the first thing I've eaten all day.
The only thing I've had today is macaroni and hot dog. And there was like just 2 scoops of it left. Yeah, I got food in the house. But here, hopefully in the near future, I've been looking into it. We are going to start doing bar food again. But we are going to go with what we said before. We're going to try and make our own pizzas. We're going to make our own bar food.
Pizza oven.
Thinking about putting a pizza oven out here. Yeah. I was also looking at a slushy. Guys, we are going a whole new direction. I'm pretty stoked about it. I can't wait. Why do you keep shaking your head? What is it over there? You like, is there something? Is there like a thought locked in your head? You're trying to knock it loose? Like, wait a minute.
She asked for curly. That's a crinkle.
They gave her crinkles.
I hate those.
She got through like 4 fries, and before she realized, she goes, "Wait a minute, that's not one." So let's get this night going. No.
Can you hear me better now?
It might be his signal. I don't know.
I don't know. I'm turned up.
Yeah. You don't want to hear him anyways. You hear him 24/7, 365. She said no. So while he's doing that, sir, you look thirsty. What are you in the mood for? See, we did the Lord's work. We did some more shopping tonight before we got things going. And we were looking for stuff that we haven't tried, something, and that's when he lets me know that there is a lot of whiskeys and bourbons that he has not tried. So you really haven't expanded out there. And it seems like the prices have all gone up again. So thank you, Venezuela. We'll leave that one alone. Oh yeah, okay, I will. Yeah, I got told by the boss. Yeah. So, anyways, we're cracking on it tonight. I'm firing on all 8 cylinders. You look thirsty, good sir.
Yeah.
What are you in the mood for tonight? Let's go ahead and run this like an actual bar for a change. What can I get you? You got to be in the mood for something. I told you this earlier. Yeah, we got plenty. So you let me know what you would like.
Something with sheepdog.
Something with sheepdog.
Yeah.
You're going with a peanut butter whiskey to start things off for the
Something sweet.
Something sweet. Well, we've got peanut butter whiskey. I mean, I can make you I guess a version of the peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I don't know what's got your fancy. You're making this real interesting right off the bat.
Yeah.
And ain't that like? I mean, usually when I go to a bar though, I already know what I want. It's like, you know what? I want a rum and coke. I want a Long Island. I want
always do rum and cokes everywhere I go. So
you're in the mood for peanut butter
I
whiskey.
just want something sugary.
You want something sugary.
So
Oh. Well. How about a gummy bear? You haven't seen the gummy bears yet, have you, lady?
they're massive.
Oh, at this point, they're huge. All right, so let's go ahead and get this gentleman his sheepdog. You know your tastes, okay? So, what do you think would go good with that?
So personally,
Okay.
I've only ever had I've had screwball and then I've had sheepdog.
Okay.
Sheepdog, the only thing I've had was whenever same idea with like the peanut butter and jelly. Pretty much peanut butter and jelly shot. But I know you can make it into a drink where it's not so
Again. All right. So you're leaving it up to the bartender to do this, huh?
I generally do. That's probably not the best answer, but I always say surprise me. At the local bar that I go to.
Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna run this bad boy. What would go good with that?
Making you work for the first show of the year.
I am. You know what? All right, good sir. So we have actually hit the slow season.
Yes, we have.
Actually got out on time today, which is actually very nice for a change.
I do too. It's kind of nice.
Not without.
I just left. I said, yeah, whatever.
Did you come up with any type of New Year's resolution? Did you have
No,
anything
same
that?
asshole.
Well, you're going to be that guy tonight, aren't you?
Yeah, I guess so. New Year's resolution. Be the same way I have been.
We're going to start off with a girly drink tonight, so let's go ahead and.
Well, you already know I'm a basic white girl and pumpkin spice beer and pumpkin flavored coffee.
I'm going to have to really help this guy expand his horizon. At the end of the day, 1001, 1002, 1003. All right. There's the toast. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, because Sheepdog is one of the ones that is a little less flavorful than Screwball, which is why I like it. I don't like that overpowering.
Mm-hmm.
2001, 2002, 2003. There you go, young man.
It looks pretty.
PB&J, no crust.
Like my mom used to make.
What you think?
Oh, that's good.
Does it taste like a PB&J?
Definitely tastes like a peanut butter and grape jelly sandwich.
Damn it.
Sandwich.
Cat's gonna be hating tonight. I like to see it right now. Of course, we got the kiddos back in school, so of course she's going to. I've seen better heads on a cabbage. No, you given better head is what you're meaning there, Johnny boy. You know, mister, I'm not going to come into work. I'm going to get 2 straight days off. I take Sundays and Mondays. That's the one thing.
Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. You got 3 straight days off, which is fine because I'm telling you right now, I plan on taking, I'm probably going to burn my time in April.
Yeah.
Take that opportunity to get down there and let the missus meet up with the family. And then, of course, that Saturday night is going to be all hell breaking loose. So you're not one of those ones that makes a New Year's resolution.
No. I haven't for a few years now.
So when you, I'll see you. We will be there bright and early. Maybe
Yeah,
one of our
sure.
coworkers won't be 40 minutes late again today
Oh.
or tomorrow.
Well, he has new tires. He has new
He's
tires.
off tomorrow too.
Wednesday.
Is it Wednesday?
It's Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I do believe it's Wednesday.
So you're one of those ones that nothing needs to change. You're going to stay the same regardless. You're not going to try and fix anything. You're not going to try and.
No, not really. We change every day.
Well, that's about as false as it gets.
What's
I'm going to have to drink now on top of that little. Now, if you would have said every day was different, I'd understand. I'd be more apt to be like, all right, cool.
Well, you learn something new every day, so therefore, in a way, you are changing every day.
See, that's another one. I mean, it's fun to say, but I don't think we learn something new every day. Unless you want to, especially where we work, you have to find a new way.
I'm still learning something new, learning a new way of doing something.
I'm just one of those guys that,
Yelling at somebody or a new way of explaining it to somebody.
see, me personally, I'm one of those ones, and I'm going to. Have you ever tried Glenlivet's, by the way, the 12-year? Okay, so the next drink, you're actually going to get a real man's drink. Can't believe you made me do that.
It's good though.
PB&J. I'll try it. Fuck it. God damn it, that does taste like a fucking peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
It's really good. I'm very happy about this.
That really, it tastes straight up like a peanut butter and jelly
It tastes
sandwich.
the bourbon in it. It's literally just like peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
No, me personally, I always reflect back. I look at, and one of the things, especially doing this, okay, we did this, hit some learning curves. I mean, there's going to be some conversations. There's one coming up next month. There's supposed to be one coming up Wednesday. Oh, I'm going to have some fun with them. Well, I mean, how many times you were standing right there? Did he not say? First of the year.
Yep.
time to run it. But no, especially as I gotten older, I try and look back and I think, what can I do? And in talking to the boss man today, the running joke is always going to be that fateful day. Okay, at this point, everybody's past it. We lamented for a little while, and then we turn around and even Miss Kitty Cat over there, she's like, you know what? Let's I had to take the advice. It's like, you know what? I got mad and did something I shouldn't have, and it truly did bite me in the ass the next day. Did I sleep very well? Oh, yes, I did.
Well, you always need a good sleep.
Apparently, I needed it bad. But no, I look past. I look back. Okay, this is what I've done. My daily. We got some new goals set. I feel like everybody needs to set a goal, and it is very cliche to do the New Year's resolution. It really is. But like I said, first of the year I got up. Well, okay, let's not lie. Me and Sarah didn't get up till 2:00 in the afternoon. But to be fair, I didn't get home till 4:30 that night. I didn't get into bed till 5:15, 5:30, something along those lines. Yeah, birds were somewhat chirping, and I hate that.
That's not going to do a big fight on the first. So start to use great.
Air it out. Yeah, just let it go, buddy. Let it go.
We got no big bird. That's it.
But no, work. I've got goals now. I've got a whole year to make something happen. It's another 365 days. Well, at this point, we're 361. Today's the 5th. Kat, what about you? Or are you one of those ones that, like this young man, he's, just going to be, he's a stone. Oh, that's it. I'm just going to, I'm just going to go ahead and say me.
I piss excellence every morning. I don't need change. I'm just not going to say, all right, well, new year, new me.
Kyle Toth, yes, here we go. Let's get this out of the way right now. So I made a prediction on our Steelers. I said this was going to be their first losing season. Missed it by 2. Had they won or had they lost, I would only missed it by 1, but still, even I was kind of surprised. Am I happy to see our guys? Was I hoping I was wrong? Yes. But Kyle, let's call it what it is, dude. Do you really see them getting past a team that is as the number 1 defense in the NFL right now? But their offense is not much better than ours. So it's going to be a low scoring, I'd venture to say almost a boring game. Up until the end, it started. It was.
There was me and Destiny yelling top of our lungs.
But
they're fine though.
Dude, I literally was on a TikTok live at the same time. Texans, perhaps. Broncos, perhaps. Both boring, yes. The only good thing I can see coming up is we got DK back. So that's going to give us that added weapon. But I'm telling you right now, come draft time, we need to draft a stud of a wide receiver. I'm confident in our line now. I watched them grow. The defense, there's a few little niches. Like, why the hell did we have? And we didn't do it once. We did it twice, got burnt both times. Why do we have a middle linebacker chasing the best receiver on that team? We almost gave it away.
We pretty much did if it wasn't for that last.
Hello, Miss Georgia Peach. How you doing? Beautiful. I would ask, but she says every year. See, this is her New Year's resolution. I will make it up there to visit. I promise. This is the year it's going to happen. She's busy too. Single mom with kids. Cheers.
I would choose that.
A sweetheart nonetheless. You great when things are going good. 12 picks in the draft, first, second, third, etc. The third round is going to be huge. I'm telling you, the number one pick needs to be a stud receiver. We need a receiver. That is, I think, our biggest hole on the team right now is a receiver. I'm getting more and more confident with our Happy New Year's to you. I'm getting more and more confident in our guys. So I think we can build.
We need to.
Oh, we're doing killer. First show of the year, loving life. Had a conversation going, and boom! I love that. And this is bar talk. You know, you can literally be talking about something, and it'll swirl off before you know it.
I miss going to the bar down the road from where I used to live.
Well, technically now you go to the bar down the road from where you do live. So I mean,
I was a mile away. I'm like 5 now, but
dude, I tell you what, the place I used to live when me and Sarah first got together, the first house we had, 2 blocks down the road. What do you think was right there?
oh,
The 19th hole.
that's
Trust me, it was nice to be able to get out and walk. I mean, since you brought it up, yeah, we aren't talking about the Georgia game, but why not? How many years do Hayward, Watt, Rogers, Ramses have in them? To build around them. Watt being the youngest out of all of them, he's going to stick around for, I give him another 2 or 3 seasons, and we're really going to start seeing that age kicking in. Which, when you hit your 30s in the NFL, that is, you're an old man at that point.
yeah.
Hayward, I give him 1 or 2 more seasons max, honestly, and then he's going to call it a career. Ramses, dude, he's ageless. I'm telling you right now. I mean, I don't know why he's been such a journeyman, honestly, and he was killer yesterday. But to fully answer your question, if you were to combine them all together, I'd give it about 4 or 5 more years before the last one really starts. Welcome to Thursday Night Thoughts and Shots Sports Edition. 68 GC up at halftime. Come on, we can do better, ladies. So yes, when it comes to that, I can't see us re-signing Roger. I don't think he'll come back another season. I think this is his.
That's what he was originally saying.
This is going to be his last hurrah. What can he do? So, I mean, somehow the man's shown he still has the magic.
He doesn't have the speed, but that man still has the magic.
I don't know if you watched that Lions game where he turned around and he heckled the one. He goes, "Oh, what? You don't want me to help you up? Is it because you can't outrun a 42-year-old?"
Yeah,
You know.
that's hilarious.
But yeah, I give it a combined 5 years total. Watt he's already surpassed his brother. His brother at this age was already injury prone. Rudolph next year and draft a QB in 2027. Don't forget, we still have Will Howard, and we have not seen at all what he can do. So, I mean, I was not the biggest fan of picking him. We passed on Jackson Dart, and we all have seen what that man has done his rookie season. We passed on Bo Nix. We've given up 2 really good quarterbacks Um, Rudolph, yes, to start the season, but I want to see what Will Howard can do.
Me too.
I mean, I always want to give a rookie a chance. I was not a big fan of drafting Kenny Pickett. I was so pissed off. I was through the roof pissed off that we drafted him first of all things. I knew he was not going to be very good at all. I knew he was going to be a bust. One good season at Pitt. Come on. I was never a fan. The only time I became a fan is when all our other QBs sucked. It's like, all right, throw the rookie in. Let's see what he's got. Well, hey, that was during the Drew Bisky, the Trubisky experiment. Yeah, that went downhill quick. Now, we're going to see Kenny Pickett doing backup commercials for some insurance company. I'm telling you,
that's a common trade, right?
But if we're going to do it, I feel this next draft is going to be it's going to be very offense heavy. It's going to be very, there's some really good quarterbacks going to be in there. I would not put any stock in Manning. Like I said, yeah, I agree. Rudolph to start with. Get Howard in there as much as possible. Get some stats in. But if that doesn't work, then yeah, 2027, it might be a good time to look at, a quarterback on that end. But again, New Year's resolution. That's
where we originally started.
I mean, it's see, I like that. He came in here, and even though, yeah, I mean that's what the night's about. It really is. I love when people ask questions, and basically he did what I've been looking for. You go to your bartender. What do you think? And it helps that your bartender's a Steeler fan. Yeah, but you also you got some flaws.
Because I'm a better college football fan.
Wait until Penn State next year.
Oh, I know.
There's already, Iowa State's quarterback is wanting to come to Penn State.
The scout and everything. I'm just gonna.
I mean, flaws. It's okay.
We all have flaws.
Yeah.
Some of us learn to live with them and embrace them very truly.
I mean, the Ohio State.
That little sign on top of the box. Next to the box.
And you know what's nice? The Ohio State stink eyes. That's where she gets it from. Steelers aside, who's making the Super Bowl? You want a prediction? Honestly, I would not be surprised to see the Patriots go. I honestly feel 100% that the Patriots make the Super Bowl. I think Buffalo's going to make a hard run at it, but at the end of the day, you got a list?
Your prediction at the beginning of the season
was Lions and Buffalo.
Beginning of the season was Philly and Bills.
Still Bills. You were right. Bills.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's Detroit went downhill. That was one of the ones I expected to be up at the top. I expected Washington to be up at the top. I'm not going to be surprised to see a rematch either between the Patriots and the Rams or the Patriots and the Seahawks. So at this point, if I was to make a prediction, obviously I had one at the beginning of the season. I'm not so confident in that now. Buffalo's shown way too many holes in their game. I think they're going to do what they've been doing the last, I don't know how many seasons. They're going to make it, third round, probably even the championship. And then they're going to shit the bed. And I truly believe it is going to be Buffalo and the Patriots for the AFC championship. I don't care who they go against. I honestly think for the NFC championship, we're going to see the Rams and the Seahawks. That's my prediction there. At that point, I couldn't tell you, but I honestly think that the Patriots are going to be the ones to watch this season. But I do not think it's going to be the same winner if the Patriots make it. I think this is going to be an NFC Super Bowl this year. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of rooted for the Patriots. So I mean, Drake May, I'm happy with him. You know, there's no asterisk beside any of it. There's no question. They did what they had to do, and they've been monsters. So I think the playoffs are going to be entertaining. Like I said, I don't have a lot of high hopes for our boys. I'm going to root for them. I want them to prove me wrong again, but yeah, it's definitely at the end of the time, at the end of the day, it's going to be an NFC team winning the Super Bowl this year, whether it be the Rams or the Seahawks. Mark my word on that one.
I'd like to at least get through this. We're in the playoffs now. At least get one game, and then
it would be nice to see them at least get one win. I mean, it's been 10 years since we've had a win.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think it was like either last year or the year before that Watt finally got a sack in a playoff game. But like I said, I'm not. Well, he's pretty much my favorite player. And, now we've got I've always been a DK fan. I've always been a Ramsey fan. And the fact that we have both on the same team, I mean.
Destiny's a Ramsey fan. I'm a Warren fan. And of course, you can't go wrong with Watt.
It's locked and go wrong. And I'll tell you what, I think he would have had a much better game had he, you could tell he was not 100%.
Watt?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no.
But the man still had an interception. I mean, he was getting in there. He was making Henry work for those yards. Henry had a monster game. And if this had been our fantasy going on, Kitty Cat would have scored big yesterday with Henry. And don't worry, Kitty Cat, this next one coming up, I know your better half left you high and dry. Just remember who helped you pick that really made you competitive again. And I'm going to help Miss Kitty Cat. I'm going to sit down with her. I'm not going to give her all the, but I'm going to put her in a much better position this next one coming up. So, on that note, I got a couple messages. So, for our break, we are going to push the newest song by our friends, Resist the Temptation, who he reminded me again, he has not forgotten about us, that he is trying to get everything finalized. They don't even have dates yet. They're all over the place right now. So this is Resist the Temptation, the Loudest Silence. It's their newest video. It's the last single on their new EP. Guys, enjoy. We'll be right back.
Through the years they hushed us, mutiny against the muted sun, living bodies we don't own. I play
And we're back. Well, at least 2 of us are. Third one's coming. He'll be out here in a minute. 2 shakes, maybe 4. 1, 2, 12.
Hey, what's for?
Yeah. Look at that. I'm pretty good at this.
What's that?
I said you'd be back in 2 shakes. Oh, maybe 4.
2:20. You open the door.
Hey,
Right
at the end of the day, she went out and she got some good food. Need to put something in my belly. What do we got here? Steelers had an essay contest between the players, and Patrick McQueen won the contest of whom body Steelers legacy the most surprising, but I'd love to see it.
I was happy when we got one.
Huh. I'm kind of, that one throws me for a loop. I didn't see that one coming at all.
No.
Not Patrick Queen,
I was happy.
especially since we picked him up from the Ravens.
Mm.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. You're not going to need that.
No.
Let's go ahead and do this. Kyle, I would love for you, brother, to come have a seat at the bar sometime.
You could sit on my Andy Warhol chair.
Come in, sit down, have a drink. Even if you don't drink, I've got sodas. We could talk sports, brother, all day. Hell, bring your brother, too. I haven't talked to that guy in a while. Okay, so just to get it out of the way, I actually met these two when I was doing sports cards. I was trying to get into breaking, box breaking and stuff. And it wasn't until, if I would get back into it now, I'd be a little bit more into it. But I think I missed my golden opportunity because during the big lockdown, sports cards and collecting went through the roof. I mean, everybody was doing it. And believe it or not, I do follow a lot of them on TikTok. So that's how I met these two fine folks. And it was a
baseball cards. Never really got into it.
So did I. I was a big fan of baseball cards. Tops, I had like complete sets. The whole deal went out. That was back when I thought baseball was much better than football.
Were you wrong?
Not really. I
still love baseball.
All right. This is 12-year Scotch, my good sir. So allow me 1,001, 1,002. Here's a 2-finger for you. And a 2-finger for me. And you will give this right back to Kat because I'm telling you that is going to go down like a champ. This is where the conversation really comes in. Now, I'll tell you what. So we just got picked up by somebody else. Well, not picked up, but followed. And they're a 49ers fan. Let's get that out of the way. And she's huge into cigars. So I couldn't help myself. I messaged her. I'm like, bourbon and cigars go really good together. And next thing you know, everybody was like kind of jotting back and forth. And hopefully at some point, there might be a little collab going. But that's what, I got to ask.
John's also really into cigars. Big John.
Okay. Well, that's why I got that little happy thing right there. That is actually a cigar ashtray. And if I can find more of them, yes, we now have 2 Whiskey Willies. In case you guys haven't, seen already.
I just noticed.
But yeah, I got that one for Christmas. Kat's upset because she's been looking all over for him.
I want one.
So you said this is a neat little thing here. When you and I were shopping, you said there's a lot you have not tried.
No.
So really, you're kind of like me back at I can't really give you a whole bunch of shit about that because at your age, I had my favorites too. I was still, there was SoCo and nothing else. And then it was kind of like, oh wait, there's Jameson. Okay.
Captain Morgan for my rum, and then for the longest time it was for bourbon. I had to go with the Jim Beam,
Okay.
and then I really, really liked Fireball for the longest time. But that's not even a liquor; it's a liqueur, not more of a. Then I got on Goldschlager for a while there.
Well, you do know we have a top shelf,
I
so
do.
you know me and you are gonna have to like do some true shopping sometime and go and hit the. We'll start hitting the. Is that not scary? Now I want to show you something. It's a sipper. So, by the way, Kat, if Blue tries this, it's not a shot. This is a true sipper drink. This is a 12-year Scotch. Glenlivet's obviously is Scottish. Let me show you something though. So let's go to American Scotch. It is in here somewhere. Kitty Cat, you know, she had to. So she got up here and she actually did a very good job. Like she's actually got things organized up here rather nice. So this is Johnny Walker. You've had the black label.
Black and blue.
You have not had the red yet.
I don't think I have.
So Johnny Walker, distilled and bottled in Scotland, but believe it or not, imported to New York. Now, what we're going to do is, I love these things. Sarah loves these things. You've tried this. Get it on your palate. So let's get it out of the way. This is Johnny Walker Red Label. It does not say what it is aged on this particular one, which on average, you know, it's kind of like whiskey. You want it like 6 years, 8 years, you know, depending on the brand. Like Glenlivet's for me, I think 12 years the best. Now, I say that and then turn around, I'm like, oh man, the stuff I had, I aged it myself. It was 18 years after I was said and done. There are no two scotches that are the same. I'm going to tell you flat out right now.
So I'm kind of kicking myself in the ass because when I was younger, my uncle for my 21st, that was 8 years ago.
Okay.
He gave me a bottle of aged Scotch, 125. I do believe 125-year-old aged Scotch,
Okay.
or it might have just been like 100. It was still very aged. And me being the younger guy, you just shoot it. I mean, you just chug it because that's young. Stupid.
Smell this first. Smell this.
Way different.
You ready?
Let me get a palate of this again.
Love you too, sweetness. You have a good night at work. Hey, tell your friends about us, by the way. You know, throw it out there, let them know. Like I said, we got some really cool shit in the works. You're gonna really, things are really gonna take off. I'm telling you. All right, good sir.
Wow, that is way. It's not how I remember Johnny Walker. I haven't had red, so
It's not horrible. It will do in a pinch.
yeah, I can.
But do you see why I turn around and I say you got to be careful with some of the stuff you get, because this stuff has that weird mossy, like peat moss type, you know. Have you ever smelled peat moss before?
Yes.
It's very dirty.
Yeah, that's yeah.
But this isn't, I mean, this isn't half bad compared to some of the stuff I've had before. So like I said, in a pitch, if I was to put, I'll tell you what, here, let me show you a neat little trick. Here's the bartender and me coming out. So we're not going to put a lot in there. We're just going to do a little bit, oh, sorry. 5-second rule. By the way, I never got to tell you. So we went to Ichiban the other night for my kid's birthday.
Mhm.
The food was good. The show was good. I could not believe it.
I want to go to one just to see the show.
You want to go to one to eat, and you want the steak, shrimp, and chicken.
There you
Swirl
go,
that back.
Joe. Tell me what I need to order because you're not wrong.
Swirl it around. Get it chilled. You'll be able to feel it. That's the cool thing about alcohol. It doesn't take long to chill. Ready? Now try it.
That's better.
That's why you get a lot of people. I mean, depending on the scotch, you can drink it straight. Some of them you can drink straight. You want that warm feeling. This doesn't have a bite to it whatsoever, does it? Now, if you were to drink it straight, you get the, this on the other hand, completely different. So when the last time I went to karaoke with Beth and Brad, I was looking for a little something different. And I'm like, oh, they got Red Label. I haven't had Red Label. I went, Red Label and Pepsi, please. So normally you don't mix scotch in soda and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I was actually thoroughly happy with how it came out. And again, everybody refers to scotch as the gentleman's drink.
Yeah.
You definitely don't want to shoot it. You sip it. This is the one where you sit down. Now, when I drink, especially something like this, the first thing that comes to mind, and I brought the lady up for a reason. I quit smoking 2020. So I've been smoke-free. Well, okay. You saw me smoke a little bit. I took 2 hits off a cigarette during the bar crawl. And a couple years ago when I was at the, hanging out with some friends, I couldn't help it. I did it to pick on Sarah. I was like, she goes, why would you do that? I'm like, just because. The first hit I can get.
That's why.
The first hit I can get away with. The second one kind of got on top of me. That's where I was kind of like, yeah, I'm not doing this. Cigars, though, you're not supposed to inhale a cigar. So when you're sitting down and drink, so Arliss the one night, there's a reason I got that ashtray, and unfortunately it didn't come with a cutter. So somebody, 5-fingered the cutter out of it. I was upset.
I still need to give you my cutter because I haven't had cigars in a long time.
But I am not opposed, and this is why I'm wanting to get a different filtration system in here, something that will help. Especially when we have a room full of people and everybody's wanting to smoke.
You don't want somebody drinking that fluid again?
Ugh.
Cigarette ash and everything.
Ugh, that was rough. It tasted like snow in the summer. Do you realize that? It really tastes. So what's that say about snow? It's dirty.
It's very dirty. With a subtle aftertaste of ash.
Yeah, the last time Arliss was in here, he brought cigars. We broke out the bourbon, and we sat down and had a conversation.
Yeah.
And I tell you what, that's the first time, because I've been to cigar bars before, both in Nashville and in Pittsburgh.
Never been to one.
And back then, I was more about, okay, let's do a shot of whiskey, and then I'm going to drink a beer the whole time. So smoking a cigar didn't, sitting down with a good cigar, think about it. Like, I'm thinking something along the lines of like hints of vanilla in it.
I thought the same.
Let's get some, sit down, smoke a cigar, have a conversation. That's my, again, how many times have I said this? I'm going to beat this horse even after it's dead. Ball games and barbecues. I love doing stuff like this. I love being able to sit down and converse with people. And what we've been doing tonight is really what I've envisioned Monday Night Bartender being. I love the fact that Kyle came on here and started asking questions. I want people to ask questions. And, that's why I'm like, I've been digging at you. It's like, give me something. And, you start the night off with peanut butter and a jelly. I'm like, I see where this is going.
You said try something new. I've never really had that other than a shot. So you made a full drink out of it, and it was divine. So you can't fault me for that one.
I mean, honestly, we could put that on the list if we really want to, but
No, that's
at the end
my
of the day,
personal list I'm gonna take home and remember.
but for me, I am, I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird. Maybe it's because I'm getting a lot older. Maybe it's because I'm going to be 46 in 3 weeks.
You're not old. As we call you old man all the time.
46 in 3 weeks. Kitty Cat, I had to put Dan's book off to the side because I got the opportunity. I told you we went to Cranberry. We bounced around. Well, right beside Best Buy was a Barnes & Noble. So yes, there is bookstores still available. And I've said before, I would rather turn a page than try to do that Kindle bull crap. And, no, I want to turn pages. I couldn't help myself. Maybe because just like 2 nights prior, I had watched this movie. So I went up to the counter and I'm like, hey, I've looked all over the store. Do you have The Wolf of Wall Street, the actual book written by Jordan Belfort? He looked it up and he goes, yeah, we do. I'm like, where would I find it? In the business section. I went,
what is business?
I mean, to be fair, he did build a business from the ground up.
Yep.
Was it very shady? Yes.
Oh, hell yeah.
But there's a reason why he was a successful motivational speaker and still is. There's a reason why there's still companies that come out and ask him, how do we sell? At the end of the day, the man, yeah, okay, penny stocks. He showed, they said it best in the movie. He was selling garbage to garbage men. There was some other stuff he did that was, but at the end of the day, he was still able to take these, this junk and was able to sell it to everybody. He built an empire, and for 10 years, that man, dude, he was on Lifestyles of the Rich and Famous. That is a legit thing, the book is different from the movie.
Yeah, most books are. That's kind of what.
He openly admitted that they did change, the characters' names and so on to kind of protect. The movie was great. I'm already 50 pages into the book, and I just got it the other night. The book is amazing.
See, I like reading a lot of the books because once I will watch a movie and then I find out that there was a book about it, I do try to read up on the book to see where the differences are. And I've noticed there's a lot of times, no, I can't say every time, but there's about I'd say a good 80-20 split where the book 80% of the time is way better. But
So
there's quite a few that the movies actually get a little bit more into stuff than the book does.
So here's a good question.
Mhm.
When you watch that movie, how many times, and even today when you watch this movie, how many times do you go, I want that to be me? I could do this. If I get on there and I sell penny stocks, maybe if I do it different, I don't think there's a Wall Street movie out there, whether it be The Wolf of Wall Street or what was the one, Happiness.
Yeah.
With Will Smith. When you hear about the stock market, everybody hears is money, 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 trading places all the way back in the 80s. These guys coming off of Wall Street are millionaires just living their best life. How many times have you went,
It could be.
I want to try it. Just dabble.
Yeah.
And that's the fun part about Hollywood. It's so easy to glamorize it and make it, is it really that easy?
Probably not, no.
But then you have to sit down and think, because how many times you're sitting there watching this movie and then here it comes. He's here. Where do you go when you there's only one way to go when you're here?
Rock bottom.
You start to go this way.
Mm-hmm.
Once you get to that highest point, there's only one way to go. But on the flip, that's why I say, when you're at the bottom, there's only one way to go, right?
Oh.
Okay, so there's always a flip side. Once you're at the top,
You either plateau or you fall.
I heard one time, and I'm pretty sure it was a movie.
Imagine that.
It's easy to get an A. It's harder to keep it. And it was a movie because now it just dawned on me.
Sounds familiar.
It was from Dangerous Minds.
Yeah.
And she went in there and she goes, here's what I'm going to do to you guys. Everybody in this class has an A. And they're all like, oh, man. And then she's like, well, you got this test, and this test. And it wasn't until later on, she's like, she was telling to one student, she's like, it's easy to get an A. It's harder to keep it. I'll use me for an example. The arrogance. I know. So even you admitted that once I started working with everybody, the morale went up for quite a while. Everybody was laughing, joking. We still laugh and joke. What's my favorite word?
Camaraderie.
Very good. Took you 6 months, but we finally figured it out, right?
I've known it after month 2.
Mm-hmm.
With the meaning and everything of it.
So
6 months, but it's okay.
We've kind of had a point where things are starting to go, again, from here to here. Things were like really going good. And then it started to, so it's kind of like the old saying, it's, well, the saying said, I don't know if it's an old saying, but it's easy to get an A.
Hard to keep it. And every time we get somebody new, that's usually what happens. Like morale goes up because we have that extra help. We have somebody new. We have new stories coming into us.
Okay.
And then we do plateau. It is definitely hard to keep the morale up, but I don't know. We've been keeping it pretty.
Well, here's the fun thing with me.
Cool.
I was hired with 0 experience.
Same as me.
0.
Same as me. Same as
And-
Dan, pretty much too.
And I literally got told the only reason I got the job was because of my attitude during the interview. I sold Mike like from day
I was
one.
told we just need bodies, and I can teach a body. Doesn't that make me feel so good? Seem right.
I don't know. So I felt like I was kind of brought in there for a reason. And, it's kind of like the conversation I had.
Pizza again.
Good. I've already done it twice. Actually, the car I did today, the pressure check turns out to be a sensor.
Okay.
She works at Pizza Hut. She remembered me from when me and Connor went in. I was like, hey, remember us at lunchtime? She goes, she was friendly. Let me put it that way. She I don't know who she was talking to on the phone, but she was she had some nice things to say about yours truly.
I get a lot of
Cheers.
compliments.
Cheers.
Other people too.
Go ahead. You can ride my coattails all day long, buddy.
No.
Yeah.
I just get a lot of compliments from other people too.
7 years. 7 years. I've been there 6 months, and already I'm like, sorry. Do you want to challenge the bartender? Because why do you think Kitty Cat? She's like, you know what? I'm sitting back here. I'm chill. I tell you what, I love the woman because at the end of the day, sweetie, you do have one of the world's best smiles, honestly. And you can always, I love, because you can tell when she's happy. She glows.
It's Mama Cat.
She really does.
It's Mama Cat. She takes everyone under her.
I don't,
Come out.
And again, we're getting ready to wrap this one up because I'm sure what's your time limit tonight? The year. Destiny says, hello, Miss Kitty Cat.
Hi.
She's the one that's telling me what time I gotta leave. So 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock, Destiny. Let's go ahead and post the message.
I'm waiting for the answer.
Can he stay out and play? I just want one time. I want one time. We need to set it up to where you can stick around for the next one. It actually is. So we're more censored on the other one. Well, we can actually say that we're more censored on TikTok, but that's why we try to keep it more upbeat. We try to have, we keep it high energy as much as possible.
She said, "Yep."
Yep.
Yeah, the same. Yeah, exactly. No,
Yep.
do it in a happy way. Like, yeah, no problem. Not a. Yep.
You know what? So when she comes in to get her massage,
Mm-hmm.
be like, I want you out of there no later than.
I'll give you 10 minutes. She hasn't checked.
She's sitting there. She's like,
Here you go. Talk to him. Figure out a night.
well, if you're gonna do it, sweetie, make sure you bring your friend too, because I mean, if I can, as bad as it's gonna sound, there's nothing behind this. I refer to this all the time: a double banger. That's just one of my sayings.
You want to rub me too? We could do a double banger.
Dude, you wouldn't be the first time I rub down a man.
I need to go to like one of those football places.
Oh, dude, fuck you and your pedicures. You
Do you want to
medi-pedi.
see my foot?
You want to see my feet? You're getting there, okay? You're hitting the 30 mark here pretty soon.
Yeah, this year. June, I'll be taking a whole week off.
Dude, I'm telling you flat out. Things, they speed up, but everything else starts to slow down. I'm telling you, you're at your peak right now.
Started slowing down.
So yes, I don't even remember. I was on something, and then like we squirreled again.
You mead?
Hey,
You mead?
you need.
I'm a squirrel.
I feel bad for Chris. He was, dude. If you'd seen how downtrodden he was whenever he came in, he kind of just bumped. He gave me a fist bump. And he goes, "Have a good night." And I went, "You not coming?" He goes, "I can't." He was looking forward to some other stuff. Hey,
Chris, that dog, man. He's got a girlfriend.
you got to do what you got to do.
Take care of the lady.
Honestly, I really do want to start picking his mind as well.
Mhm.
And let's see the wormhole we go down with that one. And let's see if we can keep up.
Yeah, that would be interesting. I don't know how far we would go, but once we get to a dark spot, you just light a light. Hey, get out of there.
Now, with him, dude, leaps and bounds. I'll tell you what, and I'd like to think, remember that first time we invited him in here? How much
Timid.
different?
Very timid.
How much different? I mean, even at work, he was so happy. He has shown some of that nuclear side again, but now it's easier to go over and say, dude, take a breath. I got this. And he's more apt to be like,
Okay.
I'm taking a breath and walking away.
Okay. We'll handle it.
So
Same thing happened whenever I invited him out to the bar. Told him, hey, let's go get a couple drinks after work. Just shoot shit. We don't have to talk about work. We did talk about work, and then we ended up standing outside for an hour and a half just bullshitting after we were.
well, what do you think happens here every time I have somebody over? If I'm not doing this, chances are, like Drewski came over twice. The second time, dude, it was like almost 1 o'clock in the morning before he left. Zach came over for the first time. He was here till 5 a.m. with me. We literally, it wasn't like we were power drinking.
It wasn't the locked car, was it?
We were bullshitting the whole time. Dude, I thought for certain I had him sold on. I'm like, dude, I locked my keys in my truck. You're going to have to come out. Don't worry, I'll make it worth your while. We're going to have a 12-pack of Rolling Rock. Dude, like his eyes were lighting up. He was like, you could see, he had a good time the other night.
Oh, I know.
He really had a good time. And we got to get to, know each other and have some fun. And some rules were broken that night because somebody took video and then sent it out to somebody else, even though it's a close friend. But what happens behind these walls stays behind these walls. That smile again.
Sorry.
We can.
All I said back was blackmail. Ha ha. I did. Did I not? That was my response. Was blackmail. Ha ha.
It was fun.
But sometimes you do need a little bit of evidence to know, hey,
You know what the fun part about that night was? I didn't start drinking heavy until the party was almost over. And then I started hitting the stuff and me that, once like that fine young lady right there and her husband did not leave until 3 a.m. That's 3:30. And then me and Zach put in another hour and a half
my
afterwards.
dad was drunk.
That was a good night.
Yeah, it was his birthday.
So here's what's fun about that.
It was his birthday,
We're
yeah.
talking and I tried to do this at Universal.
Okay.
Okay, I busted my ass even on the manufacturing side. Was constantly like, guys, let's go for a beer after work. Let's sit down and bullshit. The couple times that I was able to talk my coworker into it, we had a blast. Like we would go to North Park Lounge and fish tacos and beer, and then it's like, you know what? Let's bounce. Okay, cool. We're gonna go to another spot. And that's what we did. Like, sometimes we'd be like, all right, we're just gonna leave our cars here. We're gonna go up here to, and that's what's nice about Zilly, dude. I mean, they've actually
They have a lot of stuff down there.
there actually is some spots to hang out. There's Fisher's, there's Kaufman House. Now they have Shoe Brew, and like I said, it was fun. And when he did do it, we had fun, we laughed, we joked. And I kept telling him, like, that's what I'm looking for, dude. If we can get some more people and get together, that's one of the big positives about this job is, and me and Dan were even talking about this. We want to start making it because he had fun at the Christmas party, obviously. He's had fun, he had fun at compadres. We want to try and make it a monthly thing where, whether it's just a small group of us or, everybody gets together and we can blow off some steam. We can go out. Obviously, one doesn't drink,
Damn.
but let's go out and let's get some food. Let's sit down and bullshit and
That's what for a while there. It used to be either Drewski and I would go over to Zach's and we'd hang out there. We'd have something going on, or I'd invite Dan out. And Dan's always willing to go out and have get out. And get
oh, dude, he's game for food and
anytime. That's why this is the first place I've worked. Well, before it was either I worked with a whole bunch of people that couldn't drive because they were on parole and all that stuff, or I was underage, so I couldn't go out and go, hey, let's go out and have a few drinks. This is the first place I've worked that actively it has been pretty
that was not very friendly.
universal that between our boss and then once in a while the karaoke up at Rock House, and they're coming over here. Then like we actively, hey, I'm going out here. All right, well we have 8 people from the shop coming. Great.
And the only reason I'm breaking into this right now is because how many times did you break out your bottle and say, here?
I also did it for the new year because you forgot to come back over. Me, John, a couple other people were waiting. Ray, Drewski.
Are you serious?
We are all waiting for you.
So that was, you guys, I thought you guys were actually joking about that.
No,
I came
we're all
home and I hit
serious.
the ground running. I had to go.
Yeah, we were serious. So we were all waiting.
I will definitely make that up to everybody then.
Ray waited a few minutes. He's like, yeah, I'm not worried about it. I would just go home now. I'm like, oh, okay. John said, I was waiting for everyone to come back in.
I will.
I was, but
Now I feel bad. I will make that up to everybody. John, I know you'll watch the replay and see what you missed, and I will definitely make that up. I feel bad. I honestly thought you guys were all joking about it.
Serious, 110%. So after the new year, I did it. Of course, Ray was.
You should have just messaged me and be like, dude, are you coming or what? Of course, I was pretty pissed off when I left too, to be fair.
Yeah, understandable.
Which I will actually, you know me, I'm not afraid to address that. Be like, John, dude, that was,
I offered, but John wouldn't take any of mine. Which was that?
So at the end of the day, normally I don't do. So rum, this is Captain Morgan's private stock, by the way, guys. Normally, this isn't something I normally, but I'm interested in seeing. Let's do
Hey, the cat go.
let's do 2-finger. Here's 1001, 1002. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, after ice though. Much better.
It's not exactly top shelf, so
It's still fine.
it's still good. Uh-oh.
Hey, you gotta give me 1 finger.
It's not a 1-finger, but all right. Here. Only because, like I said, you pretty much
I'm out of the bottle.
you pretty much tipped your bottom. So, Kat, you'll love this. You know, he was fun to one day, and he's like, here, try this. All right, cool. So I, at that
You
point,
were
I did a, real quick, here, I love this stuff. Well, I'm not going to go too much into the specifics. The second time, we offered it to one person, and they did a quick, oh, not bad. He hands it to me.
Never. I would never hand you anything.
Actually, I want you to give that to Kat so she can at least just sip it. Okay, can I give you the straw? And you can do that. All right.
Here,
At some point, you will try it, though, right? Okay, cool. Gotcha.
Here, why don't you try it? Okay.
He literally did hand it to me. I'm like, dude, and it was a day already. I almost pulled a blue. It was literally glub, glub, glub. It set it down.
He apologized. I'm like, yeah, it's fine. Did the same thing.
Why is the rum never gone in this place? But no, like I said, I mean, I'm kind of with Dan on this one. I'm going to start putting some bugs in the ear. I feel bad because, and we're getting ready to wrap this up. I feel bad because Mike actually put it in the chat, Michael.
Yeah. About going out to...
Yeah, he was there. And remember, it was just the weekend prior that I was trying to get everybody to go out after Christmas. Well, nobody could. So here it was a week later, and it's like, shit. And we even drove past the place just as he had messaged saying, hey, there's not that many cars here. And I almost want to get on there and say, you are so full of shit. That place was absolutely slammed. So,
yeah,
I mean, the
karaoke night. The problem is between, Destiny works midnight, so I have to find a night that she's off.
Is Destiny still on here? Give us a thumbs up real quick before we end this one, sweetie. You need to find out about the 17th or the 24th. One of those 2 weekends you guys are going to be off.
She already found out 24th. She works.
So the birthday party is a
birthday party. She should be off. We just have to find babysitter. I'm not looking that way. Hey, how are you? We're not gonna have another black eye because my kid hit her with a pool noodle.
So the fun part about that is there is the, so I did find out that a certain couple was booked, but they have been known to double book and send people, their people in a different direction, and they go another way. So I'm not done with that one yet. I actually asked Mike today because now I put it in his head. I'm like, dude, you need to come out. How many times? I drove all the way out to almost to Pittsburgh for you.
Where'd you guys go?
McBride Station.
It's not almost to Pittsburgh. It's Butler.
Fuck you. That was almost into Gibsonia. You were literally 10 minutes away from Pittsburgh at that point.
That was 5 minutes away from my mom and dad's work in South Butler.
Route 8.
My mom.
McBride Station.
My mom works.
That was one of the places that in Arlington, it would work, but it wouldn't work. You know what I mean? We're think along the lines of Leon's. So no Skelly.
It's 28
but they still could do it.
28 miles.
And it's only 10 minutes to Pittsburgh from there.
No.
One of us have driven it a lot. Driven it quite frequently.
To Pittsburgh or to where they were? Because
Where they were.
Oh, I do that once a week half the time.
So either way, now we know for certain.
It's a half-hour drive.
So either way, at the end of the day,
45-minute drive.
are you done? The 17th, you're available.
Possibly.
Kat, is he available the 17th?
Possible. I still got to talk to the babysitter.
Well, here's the fun part, because last year we tried and there was some outside interference and it worked and didn't work. I literally had to coax them. I'm like, you know what? I'll buy you guys food. I'll buy this. You know, just come out. I just wanted people. This year, hopefully, we can do things the way we had planned it last year, which that young lady right there has already booked a place. It's already set up. Did you book it or was it okay? So that part's already set up.
Busy in the end of June.
What?
Remember, you're busy at the end of June.
Okay. At that point, I'm gonna have my week.
Well, yeah, but it's like for a friend.
Regardless, I'm still gonna have my week. So that's saying yes.
Depends if my friend and his wife start getting me my baby.
There's a lot of like subliminal messages going on. There's like a lot of code being talked.
AD conversation, so see yourself out of it.
Oh wow, you're way too young to be using that phrase. You're still a kid.
Yeah, I'm only almost 16 years young.
So at the end of the day, before I get you in trouble, 17th is gonna be fun. We're working on the entertainment aspect of it. I did ask Mike. He says his stuff's outdated. I'm like, well, you got 3 weeks to buy new stuff. I'm not buying new stuff. I'm like, you need to buy new stuff, Mike.
I've already asked 4 different people. Nobody has what I need.
So here's the fun part about that whole thing. Does it not seem like everybody is booked for the fucking 17th? Everybody, except for one Mr. Sean, which I like Sean, but I'm very, even you have to admit, as much as I like Sean, we know 2 very specific people that are phenomenal when it comes to karaoke. You already got an award-winning band going to be there. There's got to be karaoke. We're going to have like and I guarantee, Arliss, the first thing he's going to do is like, all right, you want to have a battle? House of the Rising Sun. I'm not going to beat Arliss at the House of the Rising Sun. Dude, he's, in my opinion, his version is better than the original. So, on that one, oh. So on that note,
on that, Arliss. I don't want to say that.
Guys, so we're going to wrap this one up. Thank you, Kyle, for coming in. AJ, Destiny. Guys, we absolutely had a blast. Miss Sandy, my cousin, said she will be back here soon enough. And it was because of Christmas that she had to drop out for a little while. So she's coming back. She looks forward to it. And she's probably going to be bringing, you didn't get to meet the aunt. Oh, did you meet?
Her son?
No, the aunt.
Oh, no.
You didn't meet my aunt. Aunt Faye, love you to death. Hopefully, sweetie, at some point you pop in here with us. But, guys, we are back. First of the year, I'm excited. We've got a lot of stuff in the near future, in the works. Kitty Cat, I'm telling you, I'm going to keep, again, that horse is getting kicked. I don't care if it's dead or not. You need to start getting excited, sweetie. Because, trust me, it's coming together. Wednesday night open bar is coming up. We have our Thirsty Thursday thoughts and shots. We're still in the sports edition. It's going to be narrowing down. So, guys, hopefully you had fun with the regular season. I think there's really going to be blood now. And I tell you what, college football, I don't want to talk about college football.
I don't mind it.
Our Sunday night weekend hangover, and we wrap it all up with our Monday night bartender. But, and this is why I was trying to get you over here last night, sweetie. I had a brainstorm, especially with some of the ideas.
What you were talking about today?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Guys, stay close. Trust me. Keep an eye out. Tell your friends. We're going to start getting back into my wheelhouse a little bit on possibly another night. It was coming anyways. You knew it was. So I'm about to give her mouth to mouth in a good way. Sorry. If you keel over, I'm telling you, we have to remove all restricting clothing to we got to get full skin on skin contact. Beautiful. Kitty cat, give us yours, sweetie. Ryan, I'm going to keep, while she's doing that, I'm going to keep working on you, brother. You need goals, my friend.
I've had many. I have stuck to don't shoot your high hopes too high.
To quote Aladdin, you've never had a friend like me. I used to be, I used to be where you were at. I'm like, you know what? Just whatever, day to day, so on and so forth. We'll see what happens. Are you ready, beautiful? Hit it. She forgot to turn on the music. Oh.
Our greatest glory is not in never failing, but in rising up every time we fail. Life is 10% of what happens to us, 90% how we react to it. Every accomplishment starts with the decision to try. And on your New Year's resolution thoughts, we can't become what we need to be by remaining what we are.
I like it, beautiful. Ryan, you want to try this? It's kind of fun.
No.
If Destiny was sitting right here, I bet you I could talk her into it. Gauntlet got thrown.
I'm not going to say what I was going to say because it would have been really rude. We're not smart people, or some smarter than us. So
Feed the ducks, beautiful.
we're not.
Not. That was epic. So the cinder block got thrown for the first time this year, and she caught the ricochet. Feed the ducks, beautiful. 6'9", that one's for you.
We're done.
Dude, at the end of the day, you can't stay in one spot. You never get anywhere sitting still. Why do you think I'm so passionate about a lot of stuff I do? Why do you think me and that young lady get into it? Why do you think, you have to fight for what you want? I heard, who was it? Keanu Reeves, during that famous interview. He says, if you're a lover, you have to be a fighter, because if you don't fight for your love, remember that? So at the end of the day, you have to push, you have to fight, you figure out where it went wrong, because the definition of insanity is repeating the same process over and over, expecting different results.
I quote that to my wife on a daily basis.
Well, you need to quote it to yourself sometimes.
So when I say I don't have a New Year's resolution, it's not the fact of, I live my life every day. Okay.
Okay.
Everyone deals with challenges. Everyone deals with obstacles and everything like that. I'm going to work through them. I'm not going to sit day one bait. Oh, well, I want to do this. I'm going to overpass all those obstacles and move on with life.
So when you do a vacation, do you just say, you know what, we're just going to go and whatever happens, happens? Or do you sit down and try and plan? See, that's the fun part. That's the fun part, though, about planning. Because no plan ever goes as planned.
That's
Kitty
why I
cat.
like sporadic. To a point, you do have to plan. But from there, it could be, all right, well, I'm planning on going here. All right, well, this, all open up. Okay, well, I can pick one of those three. So
See how easy that was?
I don't have a New Year's resolution.
See how easy this was to get him to do a final shot? Ha ha!
I hate you. I hate you. But that's where I was coming from. Even first sentence into this. Oh, what was your New Year's resolution? I don't have one because there's no point to have one. I just lived my life sporadically in a way, but very planned in another.
So I go back to it. You can't stay in one spot. Like, you know, the very first thing I say is, oh, what was your New Year's resolution? You're still stuck on that. You missed the rest of the conversation because you stayed in one spot. You missed it all.
So I sit from the sidelines and listen in.
By the way,
I know I'm not.
ha! Now, I'm not always right. And that's why I say on the show, our tagline. And I never admit to always being right. I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. That is the part of learning. Now, am I going to argue with you? Am I going to debate with you? Am I going to give my points? Yes. But if at the end of the day, I've learned. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If you can tell me something that I didn't see, then we're going to go with it. I'm man enough to sit there and say, you know what? You're right. So, at the end of the day, guys, can't stay in one spot. We're at the beginning of the year, aim higher. Figure out where things might have went south. Figure out where things went to a standstill. Move forward.
Here's the improvements over this next year.
Cheers. Kitty cat. Cheers. Guys, everything we say on this show is just our opinion. But then again, if you don't give me a sultry, dusky, oh, make it hard, beautiful. Ooh.
I got chills. They're more.
And I'm losing control. Guys, have a good night. We'll see you Wednesday night.
Thank you for stopping in and listening to the Another Shot podcast. We shared some drinks, stories, and laughs. But it's time to say goodnight. Join us next time on Another Shot podcast.
If you're looking for a party, then man, have you found it? Now the shot is coming raw and unbounded. The whiskey's always talking and the beer's overflowing. Now the shot is gonna hit you with the mind overloaded. The bar is always open with no inhibitions. Another shot will leave your sensories twitching. Just remember, everything we say is just our opinion.